Hello and welcome back to Planet Stronghold Colonial Defence. Right, let's quickly do this other mission and then we'll have the conversation, which I suspect, I don't know, but I suspect will probably lead to the romance scene. So we've got to be getting close to it by now. That's going to do 4 damage to him and kill him immediately. Useful. Okay, we need more personnel, so I will... Grenadier unit. Deploy. Good. Okay. Now I'll save up and get the volunteers, I think.
Long live the Queen!
Because volunteers can very effectively just spam the enemy. And fight, fight, and good. Alright, let's talk to Charlotte. Charlotte, some of this is brilliant, but you can't keep it. Why? It's not like I've submitted it or anything. I'm certainly not asking to research it further. I know, but you know the rules. Anything which involved human genetic modification is to be destroyed. Look over Samuel's shoulder and see a holographic presentation of a human body. Several strands of DNA are highlighted, along with several sentences. It's hard for you to wade through the technical terms, but it looks like directions on implementing genetic changes. Is there a problem? And for that matter, why wasn't I told if there is? It's nothing to concern you, Captain. And what if I make it my business? It's not like that, Captain. I'd be glad to pass this on to someone higher ranked than me, but... Well, Charlotte has been conducting research which is forbidden. I don't see how this would be considered research, though. I haven't conducted any real-world testing, and all of this is pure conjecture on my part. Maybe. But you have a finer grasp than many scientists who are considered experts in their field. Look, I'm losing my patience here. What was Charlotte doing that was so wrong? If you look here, Captain, you'll see that Charlotte has figured out how to make humans photosynthetic. I reminded myself it means I could stay out longer in the day. Though I don't think I'd care for the greenish tinge to my skin. That's the beauty of it. No visible skin change. If you look here, I already accounted for the chromomorphs. Charlotte points to a spot on the hologram, and puzzling it out, you see that it talks about changing skin colour and how to keep it from happening. And unfortunately, such musings are quite forbidden. You know the sort of backlash that would happen if such a thing was made public. I'm afraid Galenia was right. It's one thing to fix genetic diseases, but another to try and improve the person, as it were. I have to say, the rest of your ideas are quite intriguing. What's the point of complimenting me if you're going to delete everything, Samuel? Look, enlighten me as to what Charlotte's done. It's just some thoughts and musings that are in the file, the one Galenia wishes to delete. I considered whether it was possible to make an entire city out of plants, and I think I succeeded. Although the Madrons beat you there. Okay, fine with earthborn plants anyways, and I think so. Such as these plans for a lawn chair. As soft as any cushion you could think of. Just as long as I pour water on it once a week, You've even accounted for transporting water through the veins of giant trees. And it would scrub out all the impurities. All you'd have to do is tap the end of a tendril. Even better, it'd heal itself right up. And you go green. You don't mess around. What's more interesting is that Charlotte figured out how to extract water from the air. Well, I already have plants like certain orchids which don't need soil to grow, and it wasn't impossible to engineer them to combine oxygen and hydrogen from the air to make water. And if you kept your speculation to plants alone, there wouldn't be a problem. But this Project Dryad... Whoa! Sorry, that was the wind outside being very, very gusty all of a sudden. To the point where I think I'm just going to stand up for a sec and close this window. Because blooming heck, that was very sudden and quite loud. Anyway, combining 2 of your favourite things, flowers and women. So what are you going to do, Galena? I'm going to delete everything and then destroy the physical records. I see. So you're going to be the government's heavy in this regard? I don't have much of a choice. It all has to go. Look, I do wish I didn't have to do this. If you were more secretive, then no one would have been the wiser. Look, I'm sorry. I don't go in for all this skullduggery. My job would be a hell of a lot easier if more people were like you. Samuel, Galena, I will see to things. Go about your duties. Are you certain, Captain? Very well, then I'll consider this matter finished. It's a shame. It had the potential to rival anything the Madrons came up with. Well, Captain, they're gone. What do you want me to do? Erase everything? No, you don't have to delete everything. Keep everything, but select information. There's no reason to delete it. Just remove the forbidden parts and keep the rest. Hopefully that should be enough. Thank you, Captain. Now I understand how Mira feels when it seems like someone's trying to stifle our research. Well, Captain, let me attend to this. But it does raise another question. How did Galenia find out? I mean, Samuel didn't have time to tell her. Well, let's be honest, it's literally her job to spy on everybody here. What is it now? I swear I can set my watch by the number of emergencies which crop up. If you would prefer a different sound for the alarm, just let me know. I have a number of recorded sounds, which records indicate should wake humans up. And are less harsh to the ears of the Sirocco. The colony's under attack by giant monsters! Of course it is. If not that, then robots or aliens. Which direction are they coming from? According to reports, within the base. Okay, even I'm at a loss for how an alien would sneak a monster in without someone noticing. I don't know, I've been to some wicked parties. Interesting. Kaiju aren't known for the stealth approach. I'm afraid you can blame that one on me, Captain. Going to become a supervillain? Is there an opening for a henchman? Ah, the supervillain's henchman with the very, very exaggerated French accent. That is actually a thing. Anyway, I hope you at least read the rules about becoming an evil overlord. My correction, evil overlady. What? No, it's nothing like that, I swear. Indeed, we found a promising group of genes which responded to the presence of the gallstones. Except you monsters decided to go full Godzilla on you? Captain, I should see about getting permanently reassigned here. I'd never lack for stories. Once more into the fray, but I'm docking any repairs out of the research budget. Captain, before you head out, I have a proposal. If successful, it would have long-term repercussions for the next time we engage some of the giant monsters. Proceed, but bear in mind I'm likely to say no. As Samuel will attest, before the creatures broke out, we were having some success in altering their DNA for a portable device powered by gallstones, which could recombine their DNA brain cells and... Sorry. In short, I could accompany you in the mission and inject the aliens with my cocktail. So let me get this straight. You want my sister to act as a lab rat so you can fine-tune your results. And how would you deliver this payload? Elena is a master of the rifle. I'm sure she can hit a creature with a dart from the safety of the base. What say you, Captain? Would you like to be remembered in the annals of science? What results are you hoping to induce? We have the means to mind control the target creature with my device. Any alien that was previously injected with my cocktail. What about the Matrix? Hoping to inject the cocktail onto their hard hide? In that case it wouldn't work, but it's of little interest since the Matrix are already easily mind controlled by the Drayden Psionotrists. Of course, this would require a lot of resources. I could always just come with my rifle and that cocktail and stun the enemies without need to sacrifice the resources. Start with less resources and cards, but bonus unique cards. Oh, bugger it, let's give it a go. With this injection, its own muscles should hamper its movement. Be careful unless you want to do a Jackson Pollock impression in the sand. Like a fenter, you should be able to dance around the creature. Mission 19. Incidentally, I think there's 25 main missions, something like that. I hope you don't mind the company, Captain. As long as you don't suggest how I can improve my bone structure, it's fine. No need to worry on that account. You're about as fine a specimen of the human species has produced that anyone could want. That line might work in my brother, but not me. What's the real reason you're here? I miss field research, believe it or not. I still haven't figured out why some species are susceptible to gigantism, but others aren't. Surely you have a guess. We know it isn't chemical. Boar grubs are sufficiently different from the hawkoos and from the cockroach, yet the species genetically related don't react the same way. Some other factor in play here? Psionics, perhaps? Well, that was one of the first things we looked at. While gallstones can react on a psionic level, like how the Apex round bond to their weapons, that doesn't seem to be the case with the monsters. Well, that's probably just as well. I hate to think of a pyrokinetic King Kong. But it would be interesting to see a giant ape with flaming poo. Weren't you also looking into how plants are affected? Yes, but as you can imagine, the results haven't been as forthcoming as I could wish. Once again, most plants seem immune to gigantism. Well, what if you grafted it with a terrestrial species? I've seen it done. You ever seen a fargle? Think of a stubby Venus flytrap with roots that act as legs. I had a grad student who spliced it with tomatoes and... well, it was hard to tell what was blood and what was tomato pulp. Still can't eat marinara sauce to this day. I'm a bit surprised you aren't studying with the Margarines. You said they were premier geneticists. No, thank you. Most Margarines I've met are insufferable bitches. Have you ever met Quinn Schiller? I have, and she's the worst of the lot. You should pull your claws back in. What did she do to piss you off? Maybe I'll tell you. It will have to be after you defeat those monsters. Okay, we're gonna get 10 cards here. Blow my neck. Okay, so volunteers out. Overwant's out. We're facing monsters. No point using missile turrets or laser turrets. Ditch the marksman, ditch the sharpshooters, ditch the spiked iron vines. Lose the cannon turrets, but put an extra flamethrower turret in. Still got 3 to go. Regular infantry and ditch the battle drones. Okay. Ah, but we do have mirror. Any unit stunned by the Galenia unit is moved from the enemy unit row to your... ooh. That's an interesting thing. So... oh boy. Deal 2 damage and stun target enemy units at the start of owner's turn. One of those guys should have been stunned. Okay. What is the most useful to have? It's probably... yes, he heals, so he'll be useful. Oh. Deals 2 damage and stuns. Whoops. Oh dear. We lost the dock. Okay, we're going to have to hang on for a turn so I can get a flamethrower turret in. Okay, hit that one.
Eat leg.
Boy, there's a lot of them. Alright, get the flamethrower turret in. Take out that guy.
Eat leg.
Deploy the flamethrower turret, which burns up all our personnel, unfortunately. But next turn, I'll bring in Agent Zero. Okay. Dead. 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 Dead, but unfortunately it's just the flamethrower turret. But to be fair, that did a ridiculous amount of damage. And took out most of the enemies, so that's okay. Hit that one with the cocktail injection, so he is stunned. Agent Zero, since you've got the advantage of the force field, I'm going to have you kill it. Or some regular infantry. Target. Hit that one with the cocktail injection, so it's stunned. Hit, hit, hit. Stun that one. Hit, hit, hit. Oh dear, just lost most of my firepower. Deploy flamethrower turret. Nope. Stun that one. Actually, I probably should have hit that one because it would have killed him. Oh well. Buy a new Agent Zero card. Strike. Dead. Kill that one. Good job. Strike. Strike. Okay, and Agent Zero hit that. Nope. Nope. Target that guy. Hit him. I keep forgetting that I can do that with this thing, but okay. And this should be victory, I think. Yes. Excellent. And that's a good point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.